Hey Pisces, hey Pisces Kingdom. I went ahead and pre-shuffled and laid out the spread. So the first card coming in, Pisces, is actually the Five of Swords. So this is the general energy affecting the reading. And so what I'm seeing here is that something that's been taking up your mind space, something that you've been thinking about, something that you've been over-analyzing, trying to figure out the right way to go about it, trying to figure out the right formula, trying to figure out exactly how to win in this situation and create a win-win situation, something that's been constantly over and over going on in your mind, like you're spinning your wheels. As you can see here, the Wheel of Fortune is your next card. It kind of feels like you've been going in circles, trying to figure something out, trying to find the answers, trying to find clarity to some of your questions so that you can make the next move in your life. And it feels like this energy has created some kind of momentum that is kind of like spinning a little bit out of control. And I don't see anything negative here. It just feels like you may care about something so much, or you may value something so much, or you may be trying so hard to get it right that it's just kind of taking over the mind space and taking a life of its own. And it's just kind of taking you into these thought patterns or into analyzing every possible detail and how the situation can unfold. And it just feels like you got caught up in this stage. And so what I'm getting from this energy is that whatever it is that you've been thinking about, whatever it is that you've been trying to figure out, it matters to you, it's important, and this is why you've been so determined in getting this right. But the more that you put energy and attention to it, the more it feels to kind of like spin out of proportion here with the Wheel of Fortune, which is not necessarily what this card represents, but this is what I'm getting with these two cards connected. So I want to find out a little bit more about this energy because it looks like it plays into the rest of the reading, but it doesn't feel like something unhealthy or unnatural. It just feels like you kind of want to get this over with. Like you kind of just want to figure this out, get the answers that you need, get the clarity that you need, the peace of mind, the reassurance, the confirmation, whatever it is that you need to take the next step. This is kind of what it feels like. It feels like you just need a little bit of some kind of reassurance, like a sign, some kind of confirmation before you take the next step. Because this is why you've been overthinking it, because you truly care about whatever the situation is. And it's a very important step for you to do what you're about to do, because this is a Five of Swords, this is a 10. This is being halfway, getting ready to take the next step that's going to arrive you to the completion, which is the 10 itself. And it feels like you're needing something from here to here to take this leap of faith, or to connect the bridge, to figure out the how. Maybe you know the why and the what, but maybe you don't know the how. But there's something here that needs to connect for you to move to this next level. So Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the Five of Swords? What is this Five of Swords energy for Pisces? And what do they need to know? Please clarify. Okay, Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, you are overthinking something because there's been some kind of delays or blockages in movement, in communication, in changes. Like you were expecting some kind of a change, or you were expecting some kind of communication or some kind of movement or momentum in a specific direction. Eight of Wands in the reverse can say that there's been a delay or there's been a blockage in the energy, and this is why you're overthinking it. Because maybe you're thinking like it should have already been here, it should have already come by now. And maybe this is why you're spinning your wheels, because Eight of Wands in the reverse talks about hesitation or a halt, or a blockage in energy and movement altogether, or a blockage in communication. Holy Spirit, what is the Eight of Wands in reverse for Pisces connected to the Five of Swords? Please clarify with one card. Wow, that's more than one. That's 3 cards. Okay, I'm feeling guided to take these cards here. So we have the Hermit, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, so in the past, you were dealing with some kind of situation. I don't know if this is connected. All that is kind of highlighting here is that this is the general energy impacting the rest of the reading. But you are getting ready to take the next step in your life. You are getting ready to complete the cycle and to come into a major victory. But something is keeping you here. Something's keeping you up at night. Something has you overthinking. something has you contemplating and analyzing things, and it just feels like it's caught momentum. And so the reason why is because 8 of Wands, there's either been a delay or a blockage or a halt in communication or energy. The Hermit, you went within. You went within to find some kind of answers within yourself, to look for introspection and see things from a different perspective. But then King of Swords, you are wanting truth. You are wanting clarity. You are wanting honesty, because the next step requires you to have the strategy in place. It requires you to be put together. And it's like you're kind of looking back. You see how the King of Swords is kind of looking back towards the past? It's like you're looking back at the past, trying to analyze everything up until this point, you know, and cover all the lessons that you need to learn from, get everything down on paper, whatever it is that you need to know to take this next step. I don't know what this next chapter is for you. It's like you were trying to find the answers in the situation and you were not able to. So it just turned into overthinking and being in your mind space and trying to figure it out. And then you went within yourself to try and find the answers. And it's like you were able to give yourself some kind of peace, okay, through the situation by detaching. But now you're needing some real information. Now you're needing some real answers and clarity for you to take the next step. King of Swords, now you're demanding answers, you're demanding clarity. And now the 7 of Swords is here. If you were dealing with a person, okay, or a situation, the reason why you were even put in this energy is because there was lies and deceit. Some things were not adding up, some things were not matching up. The energy was not there, the words were not matching the actions. 7 of Swords, this is shadow energy. This is someone that that does things in the shadows. This is someone that does things behind closed doors, that does things in the dark. And so what I'm getting here is whatever the situation was, it affected your mind space, because you were needing, either you needed some kind of information or you needed some kind of, I don't know if they were a part of this process or this next step that you're taking, because it doesn't feel like closure. It feels like you have genuine questions and need some answers and clarity before you move forward. That's what it feels like. But 7 of Swords, you are not going to get them from that person or from that situation, because 7 of Swords is shadows, is lies, is deceit. So it's like you're going over here in your mind trying to figure it out, then you go within trying to figure it out, and then King of Swords, now you're demanding answers and truth and clarity. It's like you got this big sword and they got this little knife, but it's like you guys are both looking in different directions. I wonder what this is. It feels like this past situation has been affecting your present moment, and now Spirit's like, hey Pisces, get ready, you're about to take a leap. The Wheel of Fortune is here, you're about to move into this next phase of your life. And it's like you're kind of like freaking out a little bit, like I need some answers, I need some reassurance, I need some confirmation. It kind of like, because you feel it coming, you feel the Wheel of Fortune, you feel the change of seasons, you feel this next phase, and it's like a buildup. You already know it's coming intuitively, but there's something here that you're needing a resolution, clarity, information, answers. Like you need some solid information with the King of Swords. You need some truth, you need some clarity, because the Hermit talks about you going within and trying to find the inner light. But after you go into introspection, then look at the Hermit. She's looking at the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is looking back at her. It's like, hey, like I searched within and you've been searching without. You've been searching the kingdom, you've been searching outside, and I've been searching inside, and neither one of us has the answers that we need for this next phase. It's kind of like they're looking at each other and having this conversation, and it's like he's been looking outside, she's been looking inside, and neither one of them have the answers that they need to get the Wheel of Fortune going, to move to this next cycle, because you're going from a 5 to a 10. So then what I see here is that no matter what the situation was, it's like you prayed for answers. Maybe you called for guidance. Maybe you went within. Maybe you tried to think your way through the situation. Maybe you demanded answers. Maybe you went outside to look for answers. But no matter what you were going through, no matter what you were doing, 8 of Wands talks about either a blockage, an obstacle in energy or communication. But look, it's paired with the 7 of Swords, deceit and lies. So it's like you may have to move forward without this information, is what I'm getting here. But it feels like it's crucial to this next step that you're about to take. This is why you're overthinking the situation. 5 of Swords, let me see here. This feels like a really tricky energy. I don't know what this is for you. The lessons move me ahead always. Conflict, unfair advantage, experiencing loss, the need to build your skills and your confidence. Hollow victories. If you are feeling outsmarted or outjousted, remember that one chapter doesn't define you. Wins and losses are both a part of the human experience, and the keys of self-improvement lie dormant inside of the difficulties. Boost your confidence, upgrade your skills, and build on this experience. In Shadow, we learn that winning isn't everything, especially when deceit is a part of the strategy. Obsessive desire to win can have us stopping at nothing to feel victorious, and in the long run, we risk everything we've built along the way. You may find yourself a few steps backward after winning if you're not bringing your integrity to the game. You may have experienced an unexpected situation. Sometimes life isn't fair, and these inequities can drain our energy for much longer than they need to. Often, it's the fear of failure that does the most draining. Yeah, okay, so you were in some kind of situation where you had to deal with some people or an environment or a situation that there was lies and there was deceit. So no matter how much you tried to understand or figure things out, like, it was built on a house of cards. It was built on lies. And you were not going to be able to get to the bottom of it because the whole thing was lies and deceit. So it's like, even if you demanded for answers with clarity, honesty, and justice, they don't play the same game. So it's like, you went within, you went without. You did both things to try and get the resolution that you needed to move forward. Again, I don't feel it like closure. It just feels like you need some kind of information, some kind of answers, some confirmation or reassurance, because you're about to skyrocket. You're about to go from a 5 to a 10, which is a really big jump. And it's like you were trying to tie all loose ends and get what it is that you needed out of the situation to move on to the next level. But you were dealing with either a deceptive environment, deceptive people. There was no way to getting to the bottom of it because the whole thing was a shadow energy. This is kind of weird because I feel like it's changing how the message is coming in relation to your next step. Yeah. Okay, so let me see here. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the Wheel of Fortune? What is this change of events for Pisces? What is this change of luck for Pisces? Okay, we got the Page of Wands. Almost knocked down my camera here. So we have, oh sorry, not the Page of Wands. We have the Page of Swords, which is a very similar color to the Page of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, what I'm hearing, Pisces, is you may have to go without it. You may have to go without this information or this clarification. You may have to go without it. Because you are being granted the opportunity to shift into quantum leap, quantum jump into this new phase of your life, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. So it's like, there's no point in you trying to figure this out. There's no point in you trying to stay there and search for answers outside and inside of yourself, because it just doesn't matter right now. I don't want to say it that way because it clearly is something important to you, because you've been needing this information to move forward. But with the Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune being card number 10, you may have to go without this information. You may have to go without these answers. It's like, maybe you needed that information to take the first step, but it feels like it's reversed or it's backwards. You may have to take the first step before you get the information. But what I'm seeing here, 10-10, it's an ending, it's a completion. Do not worry about it. Don't let it take up your energy in your mental space, because you're gonna need that energy. Page of Swords, those ideas, that inventiveness, that clarity, those new goals, those new ideas, what has been sparking you, it almost feels like you've been levitating, okay? It's like your curiosity has been sparked. You've been learning something new. You've been preparing for something. You don't know exactly how it's all gonna come together, but you know that there's something bigger at play. And again, it's like, you're levitating all these ideas, all this inventiveness. You have some very solid plans that need to need to be materialized, because then we have 2 Pentacles cards. We have the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. This is the mind space. This is the air. This is an idea. And then once you ground that idea into the physical realm, then it becomes a physical reality, an actual materialized version of what it is that you've been cooking up, whatever you've been manifesting, whatever these ideas or new is. There's a lot of like newness to this energy. Very inventive, very positive. Whatever this is going to take you to higher heights. This is why you need to just, I don't want to say forget it, because it's obviously not easy, okay? But it's just like move on without it, okay? If you thought that you were going to get that information before taking the next step, it's like take the step. And you may very well get the information on the other side, but you can't keep yourself here, because this is taking a lot of your mental space and a lot of your energy that you're going to need on this next journey. 10-10, it's been completed. There's not much more in this situation, because you're stepping into Page of Swords to 8 of Pentacles to 7 of Pentacles. You are right now, okay, you are materializing some kind of dream, manifestation, or idea, okay, that's been flying in the ethers, and now you're finally being given the opportunity by the divine Wheel of Fortune to actualize and materialize. And the best part is we're ending with the 4 of Wands. This is a celebration of reaching the milestone. So this is a guarantee that it's going to work out and that you're going to be victorious, okay? Do not, okay, so what I'm getting here is like, you can quote unquote lose the battle, but you're going to win the war. So this is a time to really prioritize your energy. And again, it's like, don't look at what's lost. Don't look at what has gone. Take into account how far you've come and where you find yourself right this moment. Because again, it's like losing the battle, but winning the war. 4 of Wands. This is milestone, celebration, and union. Okay? This is the milestone. This is the celebration. This is having the idea. Okay? It being in the ethereal realm, in the energetic realm. Like, you got the idea, you're inspired, you're curious, you're learning, you're trying to figure out how to put it together, and then all of a sudden Wheel of Fortune comes in. You get the chance. Fate is on your side. Good luck is on your side. You get the chance to actually 8 of Pentacles, put all the ingredients together to work on this idea, to work on this plan, to work on this dream or this manifestation, and bring it into fruition. This is the 8 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, it grows into something more. You put all those elements, all those ingredients together, and now you have something to show for physically for what you've been working on materially. And then that ends in the 4 of Wands, which is the actual celebration of your milestone, okay? It's kind of like, let's say that you had an idea to write a book, right? And maybe you've gone through very interesting, unconventional, crazy life situations. Maybe you've traveled a lot. Maybe you've had a lot of life experiences. You've learned a lot in life. And it's like you have all these ideas and you get this inspiration to write your book. And it's like, it's been kind of like time after time, you get these ideas and you get inspired and you, I don't know, you start typing up the first pages, right? And you have all these ideas, all this inspiration. You start to view yourself as, you know, having the bestseller, whatever it is, right? It's like from those ideas, from that inventiveness, from that curiosity of learning how to, I don't know, maybe publish a book or learn, you know, about editors or how to write your first book, whatever it is. It's like, it's an idea, it's air, right? The Wheel of Fortune, you get an actual opportunity. Fate is on your side. 2 8 of Pentacles, put the work into it and materialize it. And then 7 of Pentacles, grow something out of it. This is the investment. And then the 4 of Wands is a celebration. Maybe you sold 1 million copies. It's New York Times bestseller. You're being celebrated. This is the entire process. So whatever you've been working on, Pisces, you are on the right path. Do not give up. Even if you feel like there's these like change of seasons, like things don't feel like they used to feel when you started. If you're dealing with this energy here where you've been demanding answers, needing specific information, answers, clarity, honesty in the situation, maybe it involves business, maybe it involves family or relationships or partnerships or just life questions that you needed answered so that your mind could be at peace, so that you can take this next step. It's like, sometimes you gotta be okay not knowing everything, and you don't have to have it all figured out. But Spirit is saying, this is the Wheel of Fortune. You got a chance right here, right now, to physically materialize these ideas, this inventiveness, And this thing that you've been thinking about, it's time right now, because it is going to lead to the celebration. So this is why Spirit wants you to take your energy from this situation and put it towards the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what this is for you, Pisces, but it feels big. It feels really, really big. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the Page of Swords? What is your best advice for Pisces when it comes to the Page of Swords, Holy Spirit? Okay, the Chariot and Death and Rebirth in the reverse. Okay, so you are still going through a transformation, okay? You are the masterpiece, but you're also the work in progress. So don't think that you have to be fully transformed or you have to be, level up to the next level to even start this. Like, no, you are a work in progress, but you're also the masterpiece at the same time. So you don't have to wait for another death and rebirth. You don't have to wait for another transformation. You don't have to wait until you level up again. You don't have to wait for those things. Right now is the time to take action. The Chariot. See how we have two major arcana clarifying the Page of Swords? Chariot is saying take action and go now. Because this is, again, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. This is a golden opportunity for you that if you take action now, luck and fate is going to be on your side. You're going to be supported through this. And it's like you're quantum leaping, you're jumping through hoops. Like you're not having to do step by step because you're actually in alignment with the universe. This is why Spirit's like, hey Pisces, get your attention off of that situation. Get your attention off of those questions. Get your attention off of whatever this was in your life, because this is an opportunity coming in. And if you don't refocus your energy and put it forth where you want to go, you're going to stay in that energy. So Spirit's like, hey Pisces, attention now. Death and rebirth in the reverse. You don't have to be fully transformed. You don't have to die and be rebirthed again. You don't to go on to this venture, to take this opportunity. It's available for you now, and you are worthy and deserving of it now. But you have to, the Chariot, you have to seize the moment. You have to take action, because the Eight of Wands can also symbolize hesitating, kind of like when you're about to go, it's like you just hesitate. Is it the right time? Is it me? Should I do this now? Should I wait till the next season? Should I wait till next year? Should I wait till next month? Should I wait till next Monday? It's like that energy of like, you feel the momentum coming up, you feel it, you feel the divine is trying to push you somewhere, align you with something, and you feel like you're being pulled in that direction. But there's also a piece of you, a piece of your mind that has been a little bit unsettled with whatever the situation was in the past. And Spirit's like, hey, you got to seize the moment, okay? You won't have all the answers, but you certainly will not regret it if you take this action now and if you seize the moment now, because it ends in the Four of Wands. This is the guarantee, Pisces. This is not a if or a when, it's a guarantee. You will find that success, you will succeed, it will be a celebration. It's like the whole process, from it being an idea to something that you start working on, to it becoming something more, a valuable asset and investment, to finally Four of Wands. It's a celebration. Everybody else can see it too. It's not just in your mind. You've actually put in the physical work and it's come into fruition. But the Chariot, you have to be willing to seize the moment. You can't sleep on yourself. You can't wait on everything to make sense. You can't wait for all the answers. You can only connect the dots looking back. And this opportunity is heaven sent, Pisces. Seize the moment. The Chariot. Okay, you know what I'm getting, Pisces? Something is a lot closer than you think, but you may have a distorted perception of the situation because you got caught up in something sticky here. And it feels like it was outside of yourself. It was either the environment or the people that you were working with or dealing with. It was very, very sticky. The whole thing was based on shadows and deceit and lies. So it's like, how could you get to the bottom of something that was not even like of integrity or honesty or clarity to even begin with? It's like a what do you call it? A black hole. It's like it's never ending. It was built on a lie, or it was built on deceit. It was a house of cards. How could you potentially, or how could you possibly get to the bottom of that if the whole thing was kind of like twisted? So you don't need to know all the answers now. All you need to do is be able to seize the moment. See how he's kind of in his head right here? Like tortured by like all these voices and thoughts and what if and that, and trying to figure it out and trying to put it together, to here where he's just taking action. Seize the moment, Pisces. Seize the moment. What's that song by Eminem? Like, I don't even know. Is it 8 Mile? I have no idea. It's like, seize the moment is all I can hear. Yeah, Pisces, it's time. The Chariot. And it's also a number 7. 7s are lucky numbers, Pisces. This is why you feel like you're being pulled. You feel like you're being kind of like prompted, and kind of like the universe is trying to align you, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. So universe is kind of like, hey, Pisces, it's like, you know, it's like the train's about to leave, Pisces. Come on, Pisces. Like, here's your ticket. And it's like kind of like you're at the train station and you're kind of looking around, like you're waiting for some kind of answer, or you're waiting for some kind of reassurance, or there was something from the past. That's what I'm getting. It was something from the past that you were trying to get to the bottom of or understand. And then universe is like, hey, Pisces, the train's about to leave. You have your ticket. You can go now. You don't have to stay here and wait and figure it out. You can go. You can go. The train's going to take you to where you want to go. That's the Wheel of Fortune. And in that place, from that place, you may get the answers. You may not get the answers. But you will be where you want to be. And you will end where you want to end. The 4 of Wands, the victory, the milestone, it's guaranteed. That train is going in the direction that you want it to go. That train is arriving at that specific location where the 4 of Wands is at. So if you take the train now, if you seize the moment, if you take this leap of faith, you will be guaranteed to end up where you want to be. Whereas if you stay here trying to play, I don't know, what is it? Trying to play detective, or trying to figure things out, or try and play Sherlock Holmes, whatever the situation is, it feels like something stayed open here where you were needing clear answers to your questions. There was some information that needed to come through, some honesty, some clarity. You are needing some pieces of information to move on to this next level. And it's like, yeah, it's like staying there is only going to get you caught up in quicksand. The more you think about it, the more you think about it, the more you ruminate, and the more you try and figure out something. That 8 of Wands in the reverse, the 7 of Swords, was built on lies and deception to begin with. So how could you possibly get to the bottom of that? But it's like, it's so hard for you to let it go, because it feels like it was a step that you needed in order to get from here to here. Like this was some kind of a bridge for you. It was some kind of a bridge. It was something that was meant to connect. It's like knowing the what and knowing the why, but what about the how? It's like that was the bridge. It was like the missing piece of information that you thought that you needed to put the puzzle together. But Spirit is saying, hey, forget the puzzle, forget the information, forget the answers to your questions, forget that, because you have something much better right now. You have a golden ticket to where you want to go, to where you want to be. So are you going to hold yourself in this situation without any kind of reassurance or any kind of validation that what you're needing and what you're wanting you're going to find there? Or are you better off taking a for sure bet to where you want to be and taking that golden ticket, hopping on the train and arriving to your destination? That's what it feels like, Pisces. Seize the moment, the Chariot. It feels intense. I'm like sweating over here, Pisces. What is this? Whoa, this feels like some really like, I just felt like I felt a whole bunch of like hot energy go through my body. This is so weird, Pisces. It feels like, I don't want to say it's a timing thing, but it feels like the train is there and the train is about to go. You got the golden ticket, you're ready to go. So don't hold yourself back. Seize the moment, the Chariot. Luck is on your side. I choose who I am becoming, and I run towards it with conviction and consistent motion. Victory, speed, and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, control. The universe constantly gives us the opportunity to become the person we want to be. It's a magical time for taking inspired action. Push ahead with willpower and determination, because you will get there. Remember, inaction is the same as deciding to stay still. What the? This is what the energy was signifying, the 5 of Swords. It's like staying there in your mind, trying to play Sherlock Holmes, trying to play detective. Where's Waldo? Trying to figure out the situation. is not getting you to where you want to be. Whereas this, okay, in the Wheel of Fortune, this is your golden ticket, a for sure guarantee that you will arrive to the Four of Wands. So it feels like a no-brainer, but I don't know why this has been pulling on you. You know what, Pisces? If this is your reading, you're gonna know for a fact. But you know what I'm getting is that you're gonna look back and this is gonna feel like it's not even gonna look like a wall or an obstacle. It's gonna feel like a tiny little bump on the road. Like it's gonna be so insignificant when you look back. Like right now it can feel like it's taken over your whole world. Like right now it can feel like it's taken over your mind and trying to figure it out, trying to get to the bottom of it, trying to find the truth and the clarity and the honesty and the balance, you know, and the justice in the situation, because we have the King of Swords. But it's like sometimes you just gotta keep moving forward. Sometimes you don't have all the answers and it's not your job to figure it out. Your job is to get yourself to the destination. Because would you rather be right or would you rather be good? Like, would you rather be happy? Because if you stay here to prove something right, or even for your own sake, trying to get the information and the answers that you seek after this kind of deception or this shadow kind of energy, it's like, that's still not going to get you to where you want to go. It's not going to bring the sense of closure either. It just feels like you thought that you needed this information to find the missing piece to the puzzle, because it's like, you know what, you know why, but you were trying to figure out the bridge, how to connect them, the how. And Spirit's saying, forget that, forget the how, forget this, forget that, hop on the train. This is your golden ticket, seize the opportunity, because you will get there, okay? Push ahead with willpower and determination, because you will get there. Where? The Four of Wands, the milestone. This is why you're putting in the work. This is why you've been investing into it. This is your time to materialize it into reality. Pisces, you got a very big celebration coming in. It's not just, it's starting to materialize. It's not just in your mind. It's not just an idea. It's not just a thought. 8 of Pentacles to 7 of Pentacles is becoming like a physical touch it, feel it, grab it, materializing into reality. Whereas 4 of Wands is going to lead to a major celebration. I see some of you like, okay, like for example, some of you may be writing a book, okay? And you have all the ideas, you're curious, you've learned everything about editors and publishing and everything, right? And now it's time to take the golden opportunity, seize the moment, put it into action. You have all the ingredients you need, mix them together, and you will build something out of it. And then 4 of Wands, celebration. Before you know it, 1, 2, 3, you will be at the ending, right? At the destination. Wow, Pisces, this is beautiful, because I'm seeing an entire process, an entire journey unfold to something that you really want in your life. So yeah, seize the moment. The Chariot reminds you that while you're on your way to your goal, you need to make decisions about your best path forward. If you feel pulled in 2 different directions, exactly, should you stay here, figure it out, or should you take this opportunity? It's like, hop on the train. And on your way there, the Chariot, on your way there, some things may just click and connect. Again, it's like, if you look back to the moments that were most defining in your life, or moments that you thought it was like do or die kind of situation, when you look back at that, it's like now you can see it from a whole nother perspective. Now you can see it, you know, it's like looking backwards and connecting all the dots and understanding why certain things happen a certain way. But it's like, it's only now. But it's like, keep your head forward, because you're not going back. You can't stay in that situation. Keep your head looking forward, so that you're not pulled in 2 different directions, so that you can take this Chariot in the direction that you want it to go. Know that you will be able to coax both of these energies towards the same target. Charging ahead without paying attention to your path can sometimes be harmful to those in your wake. So take care not to trample on others on your way up the mountain. Choose the thing you really want. Focus your efforts and move swiftly. If you aren't sure what your direction is, then it's time to make some plans, align goals, and spark dreams. And this is the affirmation. So for some of you Pisces, I'm getting like, I don't know if you guys are into this, but put together a vision board, okay? It doesn't have to be colors and cut out like, you know, things from a magazine. It doesn't have to be all that, but like write down exactly what that goal is and try and narrow it down to like the main goal. The main goal that if you achieve this main thing, everything else will be taken care of. Right? Because a lot of times we have a lot of goals, and we have like whenever we start to write it down, it's like you might get 50 things on there. But if you can sum it up to the top 10 things, the 5 top things, right? The 3 top things, and then the number 1 top thing. It's like, try and make that goal, the number 1 top thing, the most important part of getting everything else that you want. For example, for somebody who wants freedom in their life, they just want freedom in their time, in their energy, in their relationships, in their money, right? That person, if they were employed by a company, it's like that person seeks to start their own business, right? But when that person starts their own business, they realize that actually takes a lot of time and even more energy and maybe even more resources and investments, and it leaves you with little time to do other things that you want to do. So then that person realizes, okay, there's been a change, now I'm my own boss, but now I have to give even more energy or more time to this business, right? So then that person then starts to focus all their energy and attention to the next goal. How about, you know, this person either becomes an investor, right? Or begins to create passive income or multiple income streams, or writes a book, right? Then that person can have a lot more time and freedom and transition from riches to wealth. Because wealth is in every sense of the word. Riches is just money, whereas wealth is money, time, energy, everything. It's like going up the levels, right? So if you had to put together a vision board, if you had to put together your goals or write it down, Pisces, right now is the time to do so, because what I'm getting here with the Page of Swords is a lot of your ideas are starting to come into fruition, and you're seeing an opportunity to really take it in many different directions. But Spirit is saying, focus on the one thing, because you got the Chariot. This is a lot of momentum. This is a lot of positive energy going in your favor. If you narrow this down, Pisces, and you prioritize the one thing that's going to take care of everything else, you're going to attain it. Okay, the 4 of Wands is saying this is official, it's guaranteed, you will attain it. So what would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail? How would you go about it? What would be that main goal? If you knew that you couldn't fail and you knew that you were arriving at the destination in 3 steps, 8 of Pentacles, step number 1, step number 2, 7 of Pentacles, step number 3, the destination, 4 of Wands. If you knew that in 3 easy, swift steps you were going to arrive, what actions would you take? And what would be that number 1 goal? Okay, because this is how important it is. You see how she's kind of honing in her focus on that candle? It's like she's focused on that candle. No matter how many more ingredients she has on the table, she's honing in her focus on the candle, because she knows if she can get that one thing right, everything else will align. Wow, this is powerful, Pisces. Some of you are going to be writing a book. Like, this is what I'm getting from the Page of Swords. For some of you, it's maybe a new idea. Maybe you want to monetize a project. Maybe you want to start a nonprofit or a new investment fund, or you want to start something new in your life. I don't know what this is. Maybe you want to learn a new skill. Whatever it is, time is on your side and luck is on your side, but, you know, seize the moment. You're going to have to take action on this opportunity. And we have 777, actually, 777. I just noticed that. This is your angel number. So if you're into numerology, Pisces, I strongly suggest looking into 777. What is this card? This is 9. Yeah, you have 777. Good luck, good fortune is on your side, but I feel like there's more to that. Let me see here. So, fullness or completeness, spiritual awakening, divine intervention, good luck. When this number keeps showing up in your life, it is thought to mean that the angels are trying to tell you that they are with you on this journey and they will guide you on the right direction. Okay, 8 of Pentacles clarified by the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the Devil, the Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. Wow, we have a lot of power cards here. What is this, Pisces? What are you up to? What are you about to come into, Pisces? Because 9 of Cups signifies that this is a wish fulfillment. This is a wish granted. This is a wish granted. It has already been granted to you. And that 8 of Pentacles, putting in the work now, is going to lead you to the 10 of Pentacles. The full completion, the full manifestation. This is the wealthiest, most abundant, prosperous card in the entire tarot deck. Out of 78 cards, Pisces. So this is a guarantee for sure that this, working on this skill, whatever it is that you're being the opportunity to really materialize right now, because this is, again, this is the golden ticket. You're being given the opportunity now to bring this into materialization, not just manifesting it, but materializing it, because we got 2 Pentacle cards. So this 8 of Pentacles is taking you straight to the 10 of Pentacles, seeing it fully into fruition, into completion. Again, coming into that wealth, that prosperity, that abundance that comes from working on something that you were guided to. The 9 of Cups, you are fulfilling a wish. This is a wish fulfillment. But it's like you got to put in this work, specifically in the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. And that will be enough to get you to the 10 of Pentacles. There's just a sense with the Devil coming in here, Pisces, that you shouldn't allow any kind of limiting beliefs, any kind of doubts, or anything from the past to pull you down or to hold you in place. Because it can be very sticky or very easy to fall into those bad habits, to fall into those self-doubts, to compare things, to look back to the past, to try and figure things out. And before you know it, you kind of get entangled there, right? So it's like, it's important not to let anything that's low vibrational or negative. I know it sounds so like cheesy and everybody says this, like, be high vibe and stay positive and all this. Like, I don't mean it like that, okay? It just means that don't allow yourself to get caught up in the mind space, because the Devil, for the most part, okay, it will affect the mind space, whether it's self-doubt, limiting beliefs, bad habits, things like that. And then that energy will start to translate to your actions and to your energy and how you feel. And so it's like, be very careful with this negative energy, to not let it seep in, because you have a golden opportunity from the divine. The path is clear for you. There is no obstacles. Take the train, take the golden ticket, take this opportunity, work on it. 8 of Pentacles to 7 of Pentacles, because 4 of Wands and 3 easy, swift steps. I'm saying easy, not as in like the journey has been easy, but it's easy in the sense that it's simple. These 3 steps will get you to the 4 of Wands, and that 8 of Pentacles will turn into a 10 of Pentacles. This is a wish fulfillment. It is a wish granted. So if the divine already said yes, if you were already given the wish and now you have the opportunity to materialize it, the only thing that can get in the way is this energy here that can seep in through the mind space, thinking about the past, thinking about shortcomings, thinking about this, thinking about that. And before you know it, kind of just, it just starts to spiral. And yeah, it's not the most positive energy. It can offer you a little bit of release, but it keeps you in the same place to where you need more release and more release and more release. And before you know it, it's a toxic cycle. So just be careful with that energy, because you have everything you need. There are no obstacles on the path right now. Whatever you perceived here, is it called, I don't know what the right terminology is, but it's kind of like, no, because that's not the right word, but it's kind of like your sense of perception over your life, over this opportunity, over what's to come was very distorted because of the kind of situation you had to face. It's like you may have not even felt like it was worth trying or doing, because you may have felt like, oh my God, it's gonna take forever, it's so far away, but it's like that was a distorted view. You see how his eyes are closed? He can't actually see clearly. So it's like, as soon as you step out of that energy, you will see how close you actually are. Like, you're right there. 8 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles. Like, you're literally right there, Pisces. So do not allow this energy to get in your mind space, because this energy will tell you it's not worth it. It takes too long. We've been at it forever. Like, that's that kind of energy. See how he's kind of like covering his ears down here? He doesn't want to hear those negative voices anymore, because they tell lies. So Ace of Cups, whenever you're facing this energy, tune into love. Okay, tune into love, open up your heart chakra, because you're already there and you're closer than you think. And as you open up your heart chakra, it's not like this lovey-dovey energy. Your heart chakra is an energy center that when it's aligned with your mind and your heart and it's coherent, it will have a greater reach into the things that you want. The Emperor coming in. You will attain what it is that you want, and you will take power and control over your life and over your destiny. It's like, yeah, whatever the situation was, it made you feel a little bit powerless. a little bit out of your own element. And this is, at the end of the day, this is your life. You are meant to feel empowered and in control, and you know, like you got your own thing going in your own life, not like it's out of your hands. So it's like you're graduating from this Five of Swords to the Emperor. Whatever this thing is, it's going to put you on, and it's going to bring you back that sense of power and control over your own life. Because everybody needs that to a certain level to feel safe, to feel good, to feel stable, to feel certain, to feel confident. So all that is coming in, so do not allow this to seep into the mind space. It can also look like bad habits, negative thoughts, you know, self-doubt. Like that energy can be really like sneaky in that sense. But whenever you're feeling that, tune into love, tune into the heart. Even if you have to literally, like, as cheesy as this sounds, I never thought I would say this, but breathing into your heart, like seriously, like breathing into your heart, like when you're breathing, focus those breaths into your heart, and you will feel the energy center expanding. That will be enough to shift the energy out of this, because this kind of feels like a little bit of a spiral. It just starts to spin, 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 and before you know it, it's spiraling downward. Whereas the Ace of Cups just brings you back to something that you can focus on. And if it's your heart center, this will be stronger than the mind to kind of keep you in this positive, high frequency energy, because it's coming in fast, Pisces. This is why the Chariot is here. Seize the moment. 4-4. It's a brand new foundation for you. Wow. Okay, Holy Spirit. So 7 of Pentacles. What do you want Pisces to know about the 7 of Pentacles? Any advice for Pisces? The Lovers. Tell me more. There's too many cards. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the 7 of Pentacles? What is your advice for Pisces when it comes to the 7 of Pentacles and the Lovers? Okay, Knight of Cups and the Lovers. Okay, what I'm getting here, Pisces, is make the decision to continue investing into yourself and to continue investing into this project, into this idea, into this venture, whatever it is, because you got a little tree here. Okay, it's not just up in your mind anymore. It's not just in the ethers. You've actually been able to plant those seeds, nurture it, and you got a little tree. If you care for that tree, if you give it the water, the fertilizer, the sun, you know, light that it needs, that tree is gonna grow. Look at the entire root system. It's like this entire time that you've been putting in the work, that you're going all out, you're putting your energy, your time, your attention, your blood, sweat, and tears to it, and you didn't see anything happening. Look at everything that's been happening behind the surface, or beneath the surface. This entire root system that's been growing and developing and going deeper and deeper and deeper, and now you're starting to see the tree. It's like you're seeing the tip of the iceberg, but you're not seeing the whole mountain. Your work is not going, like, your work is not in vain. Like it's something. You got something solid here. So continue nurturing that tree, because that tree is going to grow. It's going to be a mighty tree, Pisces, and it's going to happen sooner than you think. It's like it kind of feels like the growth up here is delayed compared to the growth down here. You see how big it is here, like all the entire root system? It's like here kind of feels a little bit delayed, but it's coming in. And when it hits, it kind of just hits just like a growth spurt. Like, yeah, you're right there. So it's like, make the decision to commit to this tree, to commit to this investment, because Knight of Cups is going to lead to a lot of new offers. This thing's going to take off, Pisces, before you even know it. 4 of Wands, it's landing you in a big celebration. It's like, make the decision to continue investing into it. Go hard, Pisces. Go double, double in on that work, double in on that investment. Because here's kind of like, I don't know if it's going to grow. I don't know if it's not. And he's kind of giving it some energy. You see the light that's coming out of his hand to the tree? It's kind of like, maybe it'll grow. Maybe, like, it's kind of like taking his time. But it's like, go hard, Pisces. Go hard. Go double. Because this tree is going to grow into something bigger. 4 of Wands. A pause. States of gratitude, reflecting on your journey, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labor, a sign to keep going. As I give thanks for what I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. You're almost there. You've been doing the work, and your wildly successful roots are growing. You may not see the fruits of your labor yet. Know that they exist, and that any lack you are feeling is simply residual energy that's being worked through. It's time to fall into faith and to pause and give thanks. Realize that you are living, breathing. So realize that you are the living, breathing result of all your memories, hopes, and hard work. Keep going. This moment gives you a divine interlude to revisit your purpose and direction. Your arrival is only possible after you pinpoint the destination? Has your journey shifted so much that what you originally germinated is not the thing that you desire to harvest? What needs to change to satisfy your deepest intentions? If you're feeling any frustration or lack of progress, remember that giant dreams are not built in a day. Take a moment to breathe and reflect on these profound sacred breaths. Take a moment to breathe and reflect as these profound sacred breaths can reinvigorate and realign. That's exactly what I was getting from the Ace of Cups. Legit, like, Pisces, this sounds so cheesy, but yes, like, breathe into your heart, that energy center, because it will shift the energy. It will bring the energy from your mind to your heart, from your mind back into the body, because that's the only thing that I see as an obstacle, because you don't have physical obstacles or people trying to get in the way. Like, all that's been cleared because the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is a golden ticket straight to your destination. So the only thing that can create more resistance or give you a little bit of a hard time is your own mind. And what happens with the mind? Self-doubts, spiraling, you know, like things like that, negativity, like that kind of energy. So that's the only thing to keep at bay, like your mind. If you feel like the mind's starting to spin out, Ace of Cups, breathe into the heart. Those breaths will take you a long way, because the Lovers is here. Make the decision, double down. Knight of Cups, opportunities will come from this. It's like, it's not just a tree that you planted. It's like it's gonna branch out into all these other different layers. Like, so much is gonna come from that. It's not just a tree. It's taken a life of its own. It's become its own thing. And again, it's like the branches are gonna have a lot more reach. It's gonna branch out into other things. Wow, Pisces, like this is wealth. This is legacy. 10 of Pentacles. You're onto something. 4 of Wands, a celebration. Holy Spirit, any advice for Pisces when it comes to this 4 of Wands? The Empress. Ooh. Holy Spirit, any final advice for Pisces when it comes to the 4 of Wands? What do you want Pisces to know about this 4 of Wands? Okay, and then the 3 of Wands. 3, okay? The Empress is card number 3, and then we have the 3 of Wands to the 4 being the celebration, the milestone. Yeah, okay, this is triple confirmation with the Empress. Triple confirmation that what's been cooking in the oven, whether you're male or female, it just means that you've been investing into something, your time, your energy, your attention, your focus, your blood, sweat, and tears. Something's been cooking in the oven. It's taken a while. It's taken a while. For some of you, 9 months. For some of you, 3 months, 3 years, whatever this is. It's been a while, and now it's finally ready to come into fruition. But it's going to require you taking this, seizing the moment, taking this opportunity. 1, 2, and then 3. 4 of Wands. You arrive to the celebration, but this is your manifestation. It is coming to fruition. Right now, you have luck on your side, and you do have the Midas touch. You see this golden yellow color that's on the 10 of Pentacles, and that's also in the Empress, and the 9 of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment being granted. You got the Midas touch right now, Pisces. So it's a time to really take advantage of that energy that's working in your favor. 3 of Wands. The ships that you've been waiting for, okay? You see how we go from 3 of Wands to 4 of Wands? They're coming in. It's not a if, it's a when. And they're coming in fast. Seize the moment, take the opportunity. It's like, in the past, you experienced a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of things that were confusing, and you thought that it was a part of the plan, and all of a sudden it kind of like took things in a whole another direction. It's like, forget everything, wipe the slate clean. 3 of Wands to 4 of Wands, your ships are coming in. Wow, Pisces, this is crazy. I feel like this is a really powerful time for you. It's like you can feel the change of seasons. You can feel something coming up, but it's time. It's time to seize the moment. Holy Spirit, any final advice for Pisces when it comes to this reading? Any final advice? Okay, we got the Queen of Wands, powerful manifester. And then we have the King of Cups. Wow, what a balance, Pisces. You are very balanced. So Spirit is saying here, continue manifesting from your feminine energy, like this passion, this creativity. Don't be afraid. Be unapologetic. Right now is your time to seize the moment. Don't care about what other people think. Don't care about what other people say. At the end of the day, this is your harvest. This is your harvest. These are your wins. This is yours for the keeping. So really take advantage of that. Don't be too focused on the outside. Don't be too focused on the past, and don't care. Take this from the Queen of Wands, okay? Because this is how you will shine bright. As long as you don't care, as long as you're not focused on the outside, as long as you don't get in your own head about the situation. It's like if you feel that happening, again, breathe into your heart and it will neutralize that energy.